big welcome for Brian O'Driscoll. Out they come, away to the right. And Brian O'Driscoll, at age 23, is Ireland's youngest captain since Rob Saunders back in 1991.
This was typical Irish rugby weather. And we, in essence, really should never lose, because even with the changing ball and the changing grass and all these other technological advantages, Ireland play the majority of their rugby in the rain, unlike the Australians.
Against Australia, again, like that England Grand Slam game, we had to play it very, very simple. It was always going to be a physical encounter with a minimum of space, and on the day we got it right, and we proved to ourselves that yes, on occasions such as that, we can beat and live with the big boys.
The 21st match between Ireland and Australia, and Ronan O'Gara gets us going. It's a good take by Herbert.
The crucial thing also here is that Mike Ford has now come on board with Eddie O'Sullivan as coach. Mike Ford is defensive coach, and Ireland have a defensive system. For the first time, certainly in the Gatland era, it was our Achilles heel defence. Now the defensive system won at Spurs.
Straight in front. Yeah, that looks all right.
It's never going to be a great game, never going to be a classical, beautiful match because of the conditions. But Ireland certainly played them better than Australia did. And Australia came out with a load of excuses afterwards about, well, it doesn't really rain in Australia. Well, tough, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to play in all kind of conditions, and those are the conditions that day, and Ireland played them better.
We didn't concede a try, they didn't score against us, you know, so that was particularly pleasing for the management as well. And it was, I think, 6 penalties to 3, and we won 18-9, so it was, you know, I kicked 6 out of 6, which was, in the conditions, they were, you know, it was a terrible day. It was particularly satisfying.
That looks as if it's on target as well. The touch judges agree, and Ireland are 6 to Australia's 0 score at the moment.
Eddie O'Sullivan always says, tackling is not about hitting somebody. Tackling is about hitting the right person. And here, the defensive system won because they always tackled the right person. And Australia were neutered. Now, what it meant in terms of the future, because there was a summer tour to come when Australia redressed the balance, a World Cup to come when we will meet Australia in the pool stages, but you don't ever forget how you beat the world champions.
The fitness levels and the commitments and the work rate and all the things that require the physical commitment of players was all there right to the very, very end. And Australia just weren't in the match, and Ireland were clearly a better team on the day. And there was no question about it. And I think that was huge for their confidence in terms of their own individual confidence. They'd beaten one of the best teams in the world, fancied team. And it was the start of the new reign, I suppose, and you couldn't get a better one.
No one there playing that day had beaten Australia playing for Ireland, so I've been lucky enough to beat them playing for the Lions, but playing for Ireland is a little bit more special.
By Ireland. The ball for Stringer. Styles could be given a penalty against him, and indeed he is.
Beating the world champions, you've performed against one of the best teams in the world. There's the confidence there that you can take that to a new level and that you can perform against the best teams in the world. So on a personal level, you know, it doesn't get any better than that. But the most important thing was the team won, and that you know, we build from there.
Kicks it out and up, and that's it! Ireland have won their 7th match against Australia, and they've beaten the world champions deservedly today by 18 points to 9.